Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the free astrotheology course. I am Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. Okay, so let's pick it back up. We're in some really, really good stuff. And one of the things that I've come to notice is that a lot of the viewers, let me not say that, my friends who I talk to about this topic, I don't think they really get the significance, maybe because it's so different, of this information that I've been sharing. This particular course, the Celestial Ship of the North. And but for those of you who see it, the only thing we need to do now, now that we're oriented, see, we are and woman, known in history as Moabites, Canaanites, Hittites, Kemites, right, y'all? Mitzrayim, and Israelites, so on and so forth. So on and so forth. Okay, y'all, we I almost feel like I'm beating a dead horse by continuously saying this. But the Hermetic Laws, the first law is mentalism. So the universe exists in the mind of the all. Isn't it true that we have within our own mind, our own personal universe? Isn't that true, y'all? Isn't it true? We are thought made manifest from the soil. Isn't it true that thought is a function of the mind? Thought is an activity of the mind, be it imagination, reflection, contemplation, thought. Okay, which is derived from the deity thought. As a matter of fact, when I get some time, I'm going to go back through that. Okay. So we are thought made manifest from the soil. The Hermetic law involved in that is the Hermetic law of gender. The Hermetic law of gender, in its role of forming, transforming, or giving birth, is said to be a woman, the great mother, right? Or the thigh, with reference to the hippopotamus, which was the early representation of the great mother. Celestially, this is the celestial North Pole region, or the circumpolar zodiac with the great bear. All right. So we emanate, when I say we, Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, we emanate from the great bear, self-created, so on and so forth. Hello. So my lunch has arrived. Y'all want to see my lunch? Do you want to say hello to my friends? Come on. Let's say hello. She don't want to say hello. Come on. Come on. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. Go. Say hello. I see this lady every day, and she's shy. She's very shy. I tease her when I'm about to live stream. I tease her. So you see Vietnamese people, the diet is very nutritious and healthy. Y'all see it? So let me show y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you my lunch. This is a not typical Vietnamese lunch, but can y'all see that? Can y'all see it? This is very inexpensive. This is vegetarian. Y'all see that? I'm very hungry. And I have to teach in a couple hours, so I want to do a live stream. And so I have some energy I need to eat when I go teach. Making an effort to gain weight, get back to my former self. About 3 years ago, I was about, man, 50 pounds, no, not, I was about 25 or 30 pounds heavier, solid muscle. But when I did the water fast, I did a 45-day water fast. I lost about 50 pounds, at least 50 pounds. And I didn't focus on gaining it back. So I went back to because I had to build my weight through weightlifting and high protein diet. Because my natural weight, I was very skinny. I was very skinny. But as I got older, I started lifting weights. And I was able to gain a few pounds. And now, man, when I look at myself, it doesn't look like me. So I'm making an effort to gain weight, get back to the body that I'm used to, my face that I'm used to. My face, but my face has always been thin. Very hard for me to gain weight in my face. If I lose weight, if I don't eat I have a habit of not eating. Maybe that's a good thing, but I lose weight in my face. The first place I lose weight is in my face. Yeah. So y'all bear along with me as I eat my lunch, because when I do these live streams, I'm usually on the go, I take time out between my daily activities to do these live streams, which is why I'm usually at a restaurant. Yeah, but this is a healthy diet. Trust me, if you come to Vietnam, you will lose weight. The diet is so healthy. I know people from Korea, they come here and they tell me they stay like a couple months, they lose 20, 30 pounds because the diet is so healthy in Vietnam. Vietnam is a good place to live, especially if you're a man, if you meet a good woman and she cooks, trustworthy, your life will be pretty good. In Ho Chi Minh City, women don't tend to cook as much, but they have the strong woman type. Feminism has even touched Vietnam in Ho Chi Minh City. The way I'm eating now, is acceptable in Vietnam. I think in Asia, but it's not acceptable in the West, to hold your face to the bowl or to hold the bowl up. But in Vietnam, it's not considered bad manners. But yeah, I mean, if you're a man and you meet a decent woman in Vietnam, you'll be okay because the women here, for the most part, still cook. Even if they say they're not traditional, they're still, compared to what we're used to in the West, very traditional. You know, like wash your clothes, cook dinner, care for the house, and the women are like that. Most of the guys I know, they've gotten married here. You know, they've gotten married. But some don't because they like their freedom. Me, I like my freedom. I don't feel like eating this now. Mm. So let's get back to the discussion. So the circumpolar zodiac has a knowledge base. And then that knowledge base, it must be very powerful. I have an idea. I mean, I know some of it. I don't know all of it. But in order for it to be hidden, and for them to have hidden it for so long, and to go through so much effort to hide it, it means it is very powerful. It's very powerful. In my opinion, it means that, hold on. But it means that it's extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. But it's up to us to recover it, accept it, and use it. Right? And use it. See, they have Wi-Fi, internet, but we have consciousness itself. We have consciousness itself. Because we are consciousness. Why do you think they con you out of it? Why do you think they con you out of knowing that about yourself? Because if you understood that you are consciousness and you can influence consciousness and control things that happen, even what people do, it wouldn't matter that they have the internet and, devices and all of these things that centralize and concentrate power. It wouldn't matter at all. Right? They can't compete. And this explains why certain phenomena like the 99th monkey or the 100th monkey phenomena works. The workshop of the mind. It explains why these things work. Okay? Let me show y'all this picture of Farrakhan. I did some community posts. I hope, scholars, that you will look at the community post. Y'all remember the Prophet Noble Drew Ali told us that this information has been hidden from us but they knew about it in the East, but they didn't bring it back to us so that we could remember. Y'all remember that? Look at this. See, we used to think, I used to think, that this was the Islamic star and crescent. But no, 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 it's not. It's the celestial ship of the north and the North Pole star, Polaris. Where is it? Right in the center of his forehead. Y'all see that? What's in the what's right here? Your pineal gland. What else is here? Let me show y'all. Let me show you what's in the front area of your brain. So this is the anatomy of man's brain. So look at the front. Let's talk about the forebrain, all right? Let's talk about its functions, okay? Take a look. Okay, y'all see that? What does it say? Prefrontal association areas, idea, and plan for voluntary movement, thoughts, personality. Oh, okay, well, let's see what else. Let's see what else, y'all. Hold on. Read this. Y'all read that. What does it say? Everything that enters your brain through your senses is managed and processed by your cerebrum. That's the frontal brain that we looked at earlier. Language. What does it say about language? Hold on. This is difficult to do. Y'all won't believe how difficult it is. Hold on. For language, various parts of the... Why is it doing that? Various parts of the brain are responsible for a person's ability to read, write, and communicate verbally. These are executive functions of the mind, of the brain, okay? Working memory. It is a type of memory that is retained only temporarily. Example, it is possible to remember to pick up groceries by using your working memory, behavior, and personality. Your frontal lobe regulates, again, your frontal lobe regulates your conduct and personality. This is your character, right? It's the region of your brain that filters out things you might regret. So do y'all see it? Does everybody see it? See the point? Let's go back. Let's go back and look at Farrakhan's fast. Y'all see that? So what is he saying? What is he saying? He's telling you that his mind, his cerebrum, his frontal cortex, the executive functions of his mind are where, y'all? His mindset, he keeps time by the circumpolar zodiac, the celestial ship of the north, and Polaris, the pole star. Let me make it a little bit more clear. Do y'all see how it's hidden? Do you see it's hidden now? The crescent moon all of a sudden becomes a boat, a ship. And there's the star. Let me show you. How about this? He's telling you to your face. The question is, why are they hiding this information? What is it that they don't want you to know? Y'all see the ship? This is the celestial ship of the north with the star in the center. Tell me I'm lying. There it is, the crescent moon, the celestial ship of the north. Y'all see that? Y'all see the star in the center? Of course you do. Do you see the Ankh? The circle part representing the womb, the horizontal parts representing the ovaries, and the vertical part at the bottom representing the vaginal canal, meaning what? The place of births, the place of beginnings. Y'all see that? Okay, now if you turn it this way, it looks like what? Hold on. If you turn it this way, you have the star and the crescent. Okay, y'all? Here's the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Okay? Now look at his fez at the bottom. Count the stars at the bottom of his fez. There are 5. 2 at the top. This is the Great Bear. That's a constellation called the Great Bear. Today we call it the Big Dipper. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? 5 stars across the bottom. 2 stars at the top. That's the Big Dipper, which is the celestial ship of the north. Y'all see the 2 suns? One sun represents the summer and winter solstice. The other sun represents the equinoctial points, vernal and autumn equinox. Y'all see that? The four corners. That's the four corners. Y'all see the Great Bear? See the Big Dipper in there? Y'all see it? As a matter of fact, let me show y'all a better picture. Count the stars. I'm sorry, y'all. It's the Little Dipper, not the Big Dipper, across the bottom of his fez. There are 5 stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 at the top. Count them. The last star at the handle is Polaris. Now, of course, it's not an exact representation, right? But count the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then those 2 at the top. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. It can be the big or the little. They both have 5 stars. Count the stars. This is the Big Dipper. Count the stars. They both have 5 stars. All right, 5 at the top, 2 at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 at the bottom. Now let's go back to Elijah Muhammad's hat. This is how they look together. This is how they look together. Okay, y'all? Everybody see that? Now let's look at their fez again. Count the stars across the bottom near his forehead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 at the top. That's the Big Dipper. The 2 suns represents the sun in the winter and summer solstice, or the solstitial line, and the other 2 suns represent the equinoctial points. The spring, which is the vernal, and then the fall or autumn equinoctial points, which are the 4 corners. Do y'all see it? The Great Bear, the Great Mother. Flip it this way, the celestial ship of the north, without a doubt. Okay, without a doubt. Y'all see the ship with the star? Hold on. There it is right there, the ship with the star. Celestial ship of the north with the star, no matter which way you want to look at it. All right, there it is. Then if you want to look at it this way, all right, y'all see the star in the middle of the ship? All right. Now Did I make this up? Absolutely not.
Em đang chấm sữa rồi, có sữa rồi, em xin chi đó. Sữa. Em
And it has an ankh in the middle, showing you that this is the place of beginnings.
em không đúng.
Beginnings. Births and rebirths. Not creations. What? Transformations of energy from one form to another. So all of us autochthonous Moors, we are thought transformed into flesh. We're a thought made manifest from the soil. That's thought transformed. It's just another form of the mind. Y'all see it? So let me close this part out by showing Farrakhan again. I hope this may be abstract. I don't know, but it's clear as day to me. There's the celestial ship of the north. Okay? If you rotate it this way, you get the crescent and the moon. So they hid this from y'all, from us. It is right in the center of the forehead, the forebrain, the cerebrum, where the executive function of the mind is, where thought occurs, planning, working memory, so you can do things. So what's the significance of the SUN sons? And by the way, y'all notice that three of the five stars went across his temple? So let me show you. I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad's fez. It should be obvious, right? Temple. Y'all take a look at that. Do you see what it says for the temple area of the brain? Can y'all see that? Pause that and play it on and read that on the replay. I don't know why my camera is so blurry. So temporal area of the brain. Here it is, y'all. Primary auditory cortex, auditory association cortex, and primary olfactory association cortex. So you see them color-coded. And then the blue area is Wernicke's area. So we're going to go over those. Take a look. Take a look. So here's what it says. Functional areas. Primary auditory cortex. Awareness of auditory stimuli. So you can hear, right? Auditory associative or association cortex. Process, analyze, understand, recognize, memory of sounds. Wernicke's area. Comprehend, understand. Association cortex. Awareness of smell and processing of smell. Do y'all see it? Do y'all see it? Now let me break you off. Let me break you off with this. know I'm gonna hit you with CMB, right? This is becoming my go-to text. CMB, Volume 2, page 38. CMB, Clock of Destiny, Volume 2, page 38. Y'all see it? Everybody see that? Everybody see it? Let me read through it, okay? The sons of a widow. The great mother, the celestial ship of the north, is a widow because she has no husband. There was no masculine there was no masculine entity created. First masculine being, not created, but that transformed into something else. The first was Sut, who is Sirius the dog star. And it has nothing to do with sex of vagina and penis. No, it's energy, cosmic energy. Negative and positive. Ano, Cato. So the suns, who are the suns? Those 7 stars. I'm going to show you who the suns are. They are you, but not just at this time. We emanate from those 7 stars. Y'all get it? We emanate, or we were transformed into the flesh from those 7 stars, according to our ancient foremothers and forefathers. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up so y'all can see. Is this a good one? Yeah, here we are. Count the stars. This is the Great Bear. 5 at the bottom, 2 at the top. That's where we emanate. The celestial ship of the north. This is the Hermetic law of gender. In his role as a woman giving birth. Okay? Or transforming energy from one form into another. Y'all see it on his face? Is it not right across his temple? Is the celestial ship of the north right in the center of his forehead? The cerebrium, the forebrain, the temporal area of the brain. We just talked about that, right? So let's keep it going. So the suns, that's these 7 stars that we just looked at, the Great Bear, and we emanate from them. So we are also the suns, okay? In fact, we are the self-created ones. Yes, the self-created ones, fatherless. The sons of a widow, the woman again. Y'all look at this. The woman is the great mother nature, also called the celestial ship of the north. The sons of a widow, because she has no husband, and women who have heirs without a husband are called widows. Are the only supreme beings. Now you understand why they're calling us supreme beings. So in the Bible, they will call us the Elohim. In modern times, the gods. So these sons are the only supreme beings of whom can stand in the form of a cross. That's the 5-pointed star. Okay? If you can imagine both hands out. So 1, 2, 3, the limbs, 2 legs, 5. A star. Count the points on this star. 5-pointed star. The suns. Okay? In the form of a cross. I don't need to explain that, do I? Right? 5-pointed star. And in a straight line, whether standing erect or lying down. In other words, straight line, your hands are to the side and your legs are closed, your feet are together. When suns are lying asleep, they are lying on a dead level. Right? You sleep horizontally. You don't sleep standing up. And when standing erect, they are perpendicular at right angle, that's 90 degrees, of their previous position on the dead level. Do y'all see what you're looking at? Do you see what you're looking at here now? Okay? If you're lying asleep, your head is in the sun. In the east gate. The position of the sun in the east gate, which is Aries, which is the Lamb of God, which is religion. If you got out of religion, you say, okay, religion is the worship of the heavens. So I recognize that now. And then you go and get involved in the solar astrological projection. Guess what? You're still in the same state of mind. Right? Because what what did the followers of Osiris do? The Osirians, what did they do? They killed off, locked up, hit with bills of pain and suffering, bills of attainder, Escheat, stole the birthright of our ancestors who continue to maintain the mindset of their ancient foremothers and forefathers, which is the celestial ship of the north, standing erect. Okay, and their head represents the North Pole, the North Celestial Pole. What does the sun represent, y'all? When they killed off and when they did away with us, with that mindset and our culture, what did they do? They made the sun God. Okay, the sun became Sevic Ra, who is actually Sut, Escheat, who is actually the first of the masculine, or Sirius the dog star, the first of the masculine entities that were formed out of pure consciousness. Do y'all see it? So if you're in the solar zodiac projection, you're not in your real self. Your real self is the north, the celestial ship of the north. So let me keep going. Let me show y'all. I'm going to show you right out of this book. It's quite clear and simple. CM Bay continues. When suns stand erect, I hope y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can. I hope y'all can hear me. When suns stand erect, their head represents the North Pole, and their feet represent the South Pole. It's talking about the celestial poles. That's the circumpolar zodiac. When lying on a dead level, their head represents east. That's the east gate, y'all. That's the vernal or spring equinox. And their feet represents the west. The west would be Libra, Libra. The autumn equinox. Jesus is justice, right? Jesus is code word for justice, the scales of Libra, justice, okay? Aries is the Lamb of God. Keep that in mind. Because Aries, remember we learned that Aries was injected at a later period into the Zodiac. Keep that in mind. We're going to go through that, okay? Let's listen to what else CMB tells us. When lying on a dead level, their head represents east, that's the east gate, and their feet represents west, that's the west gate. So Aries and Libra. Okay, solar zodiac, the SUN sun, the Lamb of God, and then the Lamb of God is also Jesus in religion. Okay, west, the west gate represents the curses. In other words, judgment. Deuteronomy chapter 30. Let's continue. These two positions of suns form the universal cross. So one, the suns lying in a dead state, civilly dead, Civiliter Mortuus, loss of birthright, the curses, Deuteronomy 28. And then the sun standing up vertically, which represents the blessings, Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. In full possession of his birthright, in full life, sui juris. Y'all see it? He continues. These two positions of suns represent the universal cross, which represents latitude north and south. So here we are with navigation and geometry. And longitude east and west. Okay? Or you might say even the four corners. This fact makes woman, that's the celestial ship of the north, and suns, that's the great bear, those 7 stars we looked at on Elijah Muhammad's fez. The great I am. The great I am. Exodus chapter 3. I am whatever I say I am. This is how I started this video, this class out talking about. Okay, the great I am in life, creation, and perfection. Perfection. Perfection is associated with the celestial ship of the north. Perfection. In other words, the foundation of geometry. Hold on one second, y'all. This is the last sentence of the next paragraph. Thus, suns represent the 5 great principles of woman's universal, supreme perfection. Now remember, we're talking about celestial, not physical, not on earth, not terrestrial, celestial. The suns represent the 5 great principles of woman's universal supreme perfection in the course of 9 months. All right, y'all. 9 months, of course, is nature and gestation. Okay, the natural gestation period. So let me share something. Let's go back into the deal with the sun, okay? With Aries. We need to deal with Aries. We need to deal with the sun right now. 1 second, y'all. Here we are, page 27. Now, everyone heard what was said, what CMB said about the sun, right? We saw the sun. We saw the sun on Elijah Muhammad's fez. There are 4, at least in the front. There are 4, right? 2 on each side of the fez. Pause this on the replay and y'all read this, okay? Now let's deal with the sun. Here's how, in just a few words, here's how the solar zodiac projection, the zodiac that everyone knows today, and they had us fooled by, here's how it came into beginning. Here's how it was used to replace the celestial ship of the north, the circumpolar zodiac projection. And it wasn't done to help us, it was done to harm us, to injure, to hurt, to steal the birthright. Listen. It's page 24, The Celestial Ship of the North, Volume 1. Published in 1927. Here we go, y'all. Page 24. And isn't it interesting? 2 plus 4 is 6. One of its meanings is perfection, right? But perfection of what? Well, pay attention. Listen. This is what it says. Here we go. The biblical account of the war in heaven is explained astronomically. When Typhoon is the great mother, and Soot, I already told you who Soot is, or when Typhoon and Soot, or the northern constellation, this is the north circumpolar region, the Great Bear, etc., or the northern constellation of the Bear, and the glowing dog star, that's Sirius the dog star. Okay, this is Soot, S-U-T, the first masculine thing, let's just for simplicity, constellation, so the first masculine constellation that was formed, okay? In other words, the minute hand in the north and the hour hand of the clock in the south, okay? And the glowing dog star in the south proved false in their time reckoning. Proved false? Who made that allegation? Proved false according to who? See, just because they make the allegation doesn't mean it's true, right? That's just an alibi. Listen, y'all, listen. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my place back. The biblical account of the war in heaven is explained astronomically. When Typhoon and Soot, or the northern constellation of the Bear, the Great Bear, and the glowing dog star in the south, that's Sirius, prove false in their time reckoning, causing their own degradation. Y'all see that? Causing their own degradation. That's BS. Their own downfall. This was also brought about, what was also brought about? Their degradation, their downfall. Okay? This was also brought about by the change in Earth's axis. Now I'm going to show y'all an image of that. I've done it before. The Earth's axis is a line going through the center of the Earth. You watch and see. I've shown that that's BS. But anyway, we're going to go through it. This was also brought about by a change in Earth's axis. First of all, where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Show me the proof. Otherwise, don't make the claim. Which had gradually pointed to a star other than the one around which it had been revolving. Now listen, y'all, if it's revolving and it's made complete revolutions an uncountable number of times in the past, how can now the time reckoning be off? When the motions of the heavens are precise and absolutely dependable, there is no change. Y'all see the BS? Okay? But anyway, let's keep it moving. Here we are. It was the Egyptian Osirians who cast out and condemned the ancient typhoon. Y'all heard that? So it was the Egyptian Osirians who arrested, hit our ancestors with bills of attainder, bills of pain and suffering, dragged us through the courts, and totally destroyed our reputation. Under the allegation that our mindset was no longer appropriate, it was old and outdated. In other words, your clock don't work no more. Your values and principles are out of touch, they're old and outdated. Your time is up, and they did this through warfare. When you go look up the meaning of these words, cast out and condemned, you'll understand why I just said what I just said. Okay, I've done this maybe 4 or 5 classes ago, 4 or 5 videos ago. Now let's continue. So the guilty party, the traitor amongst our people, were the Egyptian Osirians, who cast out and condemned the ancient typhoon, the celestial ship of the north, the mindset of our ancient foremothers and forefathers, and who changed, this is the point, and who changed the star god. The star god, this is Sirius the dog star, and that bright star, that brightest star, and Sirius the dog star, who changed the star god into Savic Ra. Savic goes back to Sut, S-U-T, right? Sirius is Sut, S-U-T, into Savic Ra. What is Ra? The sun god. This is the solar zodiac projection. Who changed the star god into Savic Ra, the sun god. Y'all see it? There's the first remix. Well, what happened next? What happened next? What did they do? They then, the Osirians then placed upon his head, his is Savic Ra, placed upon Savic Ra's head a pair of horns, a pair of horns, ram's horns, y'all. And he became the ram or lamb of God, Aries, in the east, just like CM Bay said. Okay? So now this is where Aries gets introduced into the solar zodiac projection as Savic Ra, a remix a plagiarism
bằng những việc này.
of the celestial ship of the north, the hour hand of our clock of destiny, right? Which is Sirius the dog star in the south. Y'all see what's happening here? And they named the SUN sun that we see every day, Sevik Ra, and told people to start worshiping it, and it is God. It is God. Not you, which is the truth. You're timeless. You have no beginning. You're the source of new beginnings, not the SUN sun. So they took you out of the mindset of your ancient foremothers and forefathers and put you into the mindset of worshiping an external deity. I'm talking about the masses of people. They created the solar religions, okay, as a way to control the mind of the masses, right? While they themselves played the game of the solar zodiac. In other words, they created that. Y'all know initially that was created for the hybrids, right? Who lived in caves so that they could understand the world around them and so that they could survive in the wild. But anyway, let me keep going. So the Osirians then placed horns upon Sevik Ra's head, a pair of horns, and he became the ram or lamb symbolized in the zodiac sign Aries. And when the SUN sun passed into Aries, Aries became typical of the change from one pole star to another. In other words, the change in era, change in eras of time. Y'all heard that? Total plagiarism. And a total change of mindset. Do y'all see it? Just like the verse said, just like the scripture says, they sought to change times and seasons. It gives that a whole new meaning. Y'all see it? Thus casting out, this casting out of the old mother, the celestial ship of the north, Typhoon, took place. Now he's going to give us the time it took place, when it happened. This is when it happened. This casting out of the change, of the old mother took place when theology turned many of these ancient myths into religious history. Y'all heard that? When the myths were remixed or plagiarized, remixed into religious histories. These are the solar religions. The myths are the mythologies. All of them that are a remix of the knowledge, or actually of the teaching tools that we developed to explain what was happening celestially. We explained it metaphorically. Those were then remixed into mythologies. And then the mythologies were remixed into religions, the solar religions. That's why they're all basically the same. The only thing that's different are the details, names, locations, times, blah, 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 right? Let's continue. Oh no, that's all I need to say. I don't need to say any more. I don't need to say any more about it. I'm going to stop right there with that. All right, y'all. So I hope we can see the significance of C.M. Bay's work, which he got from Noble Drew Ali. Okay? So when suns are lying in a dead state, their head is in Aries, civilly dead. When suns stand erect, what did he say? Their head represents the North Pole. They are what? Civilly alive. They're in full life. They have the mindset of their ancient foremothers and forefathers. Secretly having a nationality card. Secretly using the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1836 between the Moroccan Empire and the foreign United States of North America. In secret. Okay? Y'all, I'm strongly having the opinion that the pharaohs, the dynastic pharaohs, well, all of them, and I mean, we can get into that later, but the dynastic pharaohs, in one way or another, are related to Yaqub and his conquest of the world through his hybrid animalistic creations. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 and 27. The Han Uman, the Neanderthal, the Paleolithic caveman. Okay? And their consolidation of power in their quest to control the world and to change times and seasons, take us out of our mindset. What is that saying? Where I'm the captain of my ship, the something of my destiny, something like that, and put us into a subservient mindset where we are looking for gods to help us and afraid of devils and demons who are always out here trying to hurt us. Okay? Or we're looking for benefits or even salvation through the solar zodiac projection. Well, I know that sounds maybe like heresy to a lot of Moors or astrologists, but it is what it is, y'all. Our ancient ancestors' mindset is in the North Celestial Pole and the South Celestial Pole. That's actually the clock of destiny. That's actually circle 7. We saw the 7. The stars and the Great Bear. And then the circle is that imaginary boundaries that our ancestors drew around that which is boundless. Oh, and I want to share something else with y'all, which is the great abyss, or the great sea, which is the celestial sea, the celestial ocean. They drew a circle around it, right? And thereby created time based upon what? The revolutions of the celestial ship of the north around the pole star, right? And the Great Bear, the clock of destiny, the Great Bear is the minute hand, and then Sirius the dog star in the south is the hour hand. But guess what? This celestial sea, if my memory serves me correctly, when I get some time, I'm gonna present it. Is referred to as blood. Blood. Okay? Blood. Well, what color is blood? What color is wine? Red. Red. So the waters are referred to as red. And guess what? Venus, let me show y'all Venus. So these are images of Venus, y'all, okay? 1 second, y'all.
Đầu tích ấy. Mẹ sinh nhật sáng sớm lẽ phải uống một ban đêm trước khi đi ngủ, nhưng mà sáng sớm chị chạy hay đi sớm chị ngủ. Sáng sớm chị ngủ dậy chỗ một miếng ấm, chị uống một ly gặp được một cái xong đi sạch sẽ đi nhanh, nhưng mà đi chậm
Yo, shoot. Y'all see it? Venus is green, right? Now, y'all don't get mad at me when maybe you already know where this is going. Venus is green. Okay? Venus is the representation of the great mother, Venus, the celestial ship of the north. As a planet, Venus represents the great mother. So put red and green together. Many of you already know where I'm going. Now remember, we're going back past, before the solar zodiac projection, which is new. It came in around the time of Menes, Pharaoh Menes. About, if you believe the chronology, about 4,500 BC. So roughly 6,000 years. Okay? Now, do they say it goes back later? Well, whether they do or they don't doesn't matter, because we know that the ancient and timeless and first and original zodiac is a circumpolar zodiac. So there's no question. It's not even a debatable issue. Here's the Moorish flag. And so what I've been wondering, does the red represents the great abyss, the great celestial sea, and the green star Venus represents the great mother, the celestial ship of the north, on the flag. Okay? Because when I look at this from the original circumpolar zodiac, that's exactly what this means. The red would be the great abyss, the celestial ocean, the boundless, limitless celestial ocean, which is represented as red or blood. Okay, wine. And again, Venus, the green star, Venus traces back to the great mother. Everybody see that? Anyway, y'all, I need to eat. My food is cold. I'm going to come back online after I eat. Islam to all the Moors. I hope y'all can find new meaning in Islam. I, self-law, am master. Indeed you are. That's the celestial ship of the north. The Hermetic Laws, laws of thermodynamics, that is truly who you are. Assalamu alaikum, Islam to all the Moors. Shalom.